Shawn and Camila might be back together. Kylie is moving on with Timothee. She's also allegedly never had any procedures done to her face other than filler. Hailey Bieber's mental health is fragile, and Khloe Kardashian has a new BFF, Alexa, and is ready to go on Love is Blind. Hi everyone, it's Hannah Fletcher, and welcome back to Shared News. Joining me today, I have Kayla Thompson and Kate Coffey. We are so excited to unpack all of the latest celeb news, but before we get into it, make sure that you guys go ahead and like this video and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any future videos. All right, ladies, let's get into it. First of all, thank you so much for joining me. I'm so excited. Let's talk about Shawn Mendes and Camila Cabello. Now, the two were initially spotted at Coachella over the weekend. As we know, they've dated. You guys, I have no clue what's going on with these two. TMZ is alleging that they're completely back together. They were also spotted post-Coachella. First of all, how do we feel about the idea of going back to an ex? Do we think that this is actually something that somebody should do? Do we think that this is actually going to be something that works in the first place for these two specifically? Kayla, if you want to kick it off.
Listen, y'all, I'm actually still just trying to manage the fact that him and Sabrina Carpenter didn't work out. Like, I was kind of for that. I thought that was a really cute couple. I was like, oh, they're like, she's on the rise right now. He's like an established pop star. They could do music together. Like, we had him and Camila. Like, I'm cool. I'm good on them. But Sabrina seemed like just the next like great, like girlfriend for him. I was like, they're really cute. So I'm actually very bummed that didn't work out. But I guess it makes sense. They were together for a while. So I think sometimes you do see when people get back together, usually, well, I think a lot of times it can be because they're so comfortable and they were together for so long and they had like an established friendship. So it's easy and comfortable for them to kind of like default back to that. But yeah, I'm like, wait, Shawn, what happened to Sabrina? I don't know what happened.
I don't know. I think if they're happy with each other, that's great. All I ask is that they communicate about their expectations so we don't have a Jelena on again, off again whiplash situation. I don't think the pop culture canon can take any more of that. I also, I'm not the biggest Camila Cabello fan. She's not my favorite, but I love being able to listen to their hit song Senorita and feel like it's real again. I'm enjoying living that fantasy again that I lived in. I don't even remember when it came out, 2018, 2019, something like that.
Right.
And the fact that it was so real and now it feels like it's real again. And so I'm enjoying, that's made it back onto my playlist in 2023. So I guess I'm excited, I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent to the whole thing.
Yeah. That's funny. I love how you brought that up about Senorita, because I love that song too. And I've recently been playing it. Like, I've been blasting it on YouTube in the background and everything. If nothing else comes of this, they're getting more numbers for that song. They're making more sales, and that
for
works.
Sure.
100%.
I was going to bring up one other thing because I hate, like you made such a good point about like pop culture can't stand another, like, trauma, drama, whatever you want to call what happened with Hailey and Justin and Selena. And it's interesting because Sabrina was caught in like a three-way kind of situation before too, with Olivia Rodrigo and Joshua Bassett. And I'm just like, I don't know, maybe I really am a Sabrina fan, but I'm like, my girl got caught in the crosshairs again. So yeah, but I'm glad it doesn't seem messy right now. Yeah, doesn't seem messy right now.
Not yet.
Shawn and Camila, but yeah, not yet.
It doesn't seem messy yet. Let's wait and see. Exactly. It's so new. Coachella just happened this past weekend.
It's true.
Who knows what is going on?
No.
There might be like a Tristan Thompson style, like Shawn fathered a kid while he was with, like, who knows? There's always something like that comes up. Yeah. There's never normal situations in these instances.
Well, he was allegedly with the chiropractor. So I don't know. I guess
oh
that's
done.
That too.
I forgot about her. Yeah.
Who's significantly older. I mean, she's like, I can't remember her age. I mean, but she's like upper 40s or 50, if not. Like, she's almost basically double his age. So,
Totally.
yeah. Well, speaking of couples, let's move on. I want to talk, this one really, really is intriguing me. Let's talk about Kylie and Timothee Chalamet. These two, I have some thoughts on this. I'm curious to see what you guys have to say too, but Kylie's obviously been getting to know Timothee for it's been a little bit of time, and they've spent time together. She's been allegedly seen at his house. And I know that she also has a very good relationship though with Travis, obviously, because they have 2 children together. They apparently are very, very civil with one another, and they have a very platonic co-parenting type of relationship. But what do you guys think about this whole Timothee Chalamet situation? A source did chime in and said, quote, Timothee is a total gentleman and treats Kylie with respect. He's very charming and makes her laugh, and he's easy to talk to. Do you think that this is the type of guy that we want to see Kylie with? Do you think that this is actually going to be something that lasts, given that this is true, which it seems like it pretty much is at this point? Kayla's face.
You know what's funny? It's giving when Pete Davidson and Emily Ratajkowski got together. Like, I don't know how legit it actually is. Like, when you read that quote, like, oh, he's a gentleman, he makes her laugh. It's just like, let me see a photo of them together, and then I'll be like, okay, cool, yeah. But right now, it just gives like very much front-facing kind of. I don't think Timothy needs or wants the, fame out of this or like the media attention. But it just, I don't know. Maybe it's just because that's just so random to me that they would actually date. I don't think that either of them are each other's type at all. I'm just like, I don't know. It's just, it doesn't settle with me as being legitimate. Like I said, show me a photo at some point and I'll be like, okay. But allegedly she's at his house and a source said that he makes her laugh is like, y'all, I need more than that. Like, because otherwise it's just another Kardashian kind of, I'm tied to Timothee Chalamet. He's this, Timothy, Pete Davidson, they're kind of both in that realm of everybody wants them and has dated them in that kind of sense. Gentlemen, golden boys of Hollywood right now. So I'm just like, yeah, I don't know. Kate, what do you think? Maybe I'm being pessimistic.
No, you're not. When I saw this news drop, I was like, I can't even imagine them speaking. Like, I don't even know what they would talk about. What do they have in common?
Literally,
genuinely,
what do they have in common?
What are they talking about?
Yes.
Are they talking about?
Have you seen interviews of Timothy? Like the way he talks about stuff, how like artsy he is. I'm just like, Kylie is not.
Imagine him talking to Stormy.
Oh my goodness.
What the heck is he saying to that kid?
Right.
Like, I don't know what they're talking about. He's first, like, not to shade Kylie. Like, I mean, we love our girl Kylie, but objectively, their levels of fame and what categories they fit into in terms of celebrity is so vastly different. Like, Timothy is a very well-respected, well-sought-after actor, an Oscar-nominated actor, doing multiple projects that are like so big in movies like Little Women and Call Me by Your Name. And he's playing, I think, he's doing a biopic now of Bob Dylan, and he's playing Bob Dylan. Like, that's insane. He's a very decorated actor. And Kylie Jenner is a reality star. Like, I mean, maybe it's like opposites attract, and maybe they're so different that they like have so much to talk about because they're so different. And I totally hear that and think that's totally could be truthful. But I also just like literally cannot imagine them physically next to one another. Like, I can't. It does not, my brain is not computing. My brain is not computing. Yeah. I can't even render the image in my brain. Because he was dating Lily Rose Depp, which seems to be his type. These like teeny tiny rail thin models who are gorgeous and like very, very, which is a very specific type. And Kylie, while is very, very, very tiny, but she like has a curve. It's like very different. And I'm not saying, you can change your body type, whatever. And that honestly maybe isn't even what he's considering, but it's just like really interesting to see not only him, but her have a completely very different type from what they've normally been dating. It's just like it's kind of like it feels like I was like hit in the head with a baseball bat. Because I'm just kind of like I'm like stuttering because I don't even know what to say because I don't even know. I have no idea what's going on.
You ladies are funny. I wasn't expecting for either of you to feel as strongly as you do, but I like it. Now there were a lot of I was like, wow. There were a lot of like tweets and comments from fans that were circulating around the internet. Somebody said something and it sent me. They said, I can't remember the exact quote, but it was something along the lines of like, if you go to high school and think back on the two people in high school that you never would have pinned together, that's what these two are for each other. And I'm like, that is very much in alignment. The other thing that I think that Timothee's not considering is I think that when it comes to dating anybody in the Kardashians, anybody in the Jenner family, I think that people are like, score, I'm with one of them. They don't think about what comes with it. I feel like Timothee is very artsy and like go with the flow. I don't know if he's ready for what comes with dating somebody like Kylie Jenner, the co-parenting aspect, the kids, the family. I mean, are you going to be on the show? Because like you can be. Mama Chris would love to have you on an episode. You know, like there's a lot that comes with it. And I think that maybe he's very infatuated with the catch of having Kylie's attention, but not necessarily. I don't know if he understands the parameters of what could come long term. I like that she's changing it up. I will say that. I like that like it's a pairing that we've never seen before. But as far as this being like a foolproof pairing, I personally think that this is just both of them being like, let me try something different. I don't necessarily know if it's going to stick.
No, I mean, I agree. I mean, I think like Kylie is a very beautiful and like successful woman. There are a lot of things that are very attractive about her. And whether or not it's his type or not, I think, you know, is so arbitrary. Like types, are they really real? I don't know. Probably not. It's just like, who have they dated that like looks similar? Like, I think that's our way as humans, like as categorizing, like, and being able to like understand, you know, or predict what they're going to do next. But like, I don't know if it's going to last. I have no idea. Maybe this will stick. I have no idea. But honestly, from what I've seen with the Kardashians, their lifestyle is so difficult and so niche and so requires a very specific skill set that I think, you know, none of them have really been in very long-term relationships for very long. It's always kind of ended in a really catastrophic way, pretty much every single one of them. Except for Kendall. Well, we don't know because Kendall doesn't like to share anything with us ever. But like, I think it's probably not going to last. And if it does, I hope it does though. I mean, I want them to be happy. And if they make each other happy, sick. Works for me.
Yeah. See, I'm still trying to figure out if it's even real because I think all the things that Hannah you just said and like what you mentioned at the end, Kate, about like, you know, they're always they have a really like contentious lifestyle. And I think for Timothee, knowing that Leonardo DiCaprio is one of his mentors and has told him, if you want to be like a decorated, like highly, you know, legendary actor, don't do this, don't do that, I can't imagine him being like, you know what else actually I'm going to do is date, not to shade, you know, the Jenners or the Kardashians, but it is like what we've been talking about. It's a whole different realm of celebrity. And so I'm just like, is Timothee really doing that? Like that says a lot of, you know, that puts a different kind of film on his like brand and who he is as like an actor and as like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just kind of like, I think he actually is putting that into consideration, which is why I also feel like it's probably, I'm holding it with like a half of a grain of salt. But okay.
They also
Next
could just
week,
be
if there's
hooking
a
up.
photo, I'll be like, cool. That too.
Right. Something that's interesting too is maybe for Kylie, maybe she's kind of looking to Kourtney and her relationship with Travis, as we know they're very much in love, obviously. Maybe she's looking to try to step away from like the standard and stereotypical that their family seems to date, like a rapper or an athlete. Like maybe that's why she's kind of even trying Timothee out and trying to see where that goes. But I don't know. I'm curious to see what ends up happening with these two. I'm definitely going to stay attuned to it, but I'm not entirely sure. I'm still kind of percolating on how I feel about it.
Agreed.
We'll see.
Well, speaking of Kylie, I also want to talk about another headline that she's been making for herself this week. And that is that she's been receiving some backlash about the idea that she has had nothing else done to herself, nothing else at all other than lip filler. Now, fans are very upset about this and they're very livid because they simply just don't think that this is the case. They're convinced that she's had other procedures done and went under the knife. And she did give a quote stating, "People think I fully went under the knife and completely reconstructed my face, which is simply false." Straight up, do you guys believe that she's only had lip filler done to her face? Do you think that she's had any type of augmentations done whatsoever?
Yeah, I mean, this is such a touchy subject, and I think that, for from face value, like I would agree with most people that just looking at Kylie from when she was a lot younger to how she looks now, yes, I would assume she's had other things done to her face. I think it's interesting that she's responding to the particular wording of like plastic surgery. But there's obviously,
Mhm.
like she said, she's gotten lip fillers. Like there's other things you can do to your face
Mhm.
to alter it. And I understand people getting upset about it because I'm just kind of like, at this point, I don't think that I think the majority of people don't shame anyone if they want to change their body in whatever way that they want. It's their body, right? So
Mhm.
with a lot of the Kardashian Jenners, it's like, girl, just say that you got this done. It's okay. Like no one's upset. But I think a lot of people there's a kind of underlying assumption that well, when we're sometimes comparing ourselves, maybe we obviously a lot of us aren't trying to these perfected bodies and faces. It's like we remind ourselves this is not natural. Like I don't, you know what I'm saying? So I think
Mhm.
when they're um omitting that this is what I got done, or yes, I did have this done. Like it's like this falsehood to it that I think bothers people when it's just like you can just say that you got that procedure done. It's okay. I don't know if that made any sense, but yeah, I think that it's interesting. I just feel like how much can we expect Kylie to say? Here's everything I've ever gotten done. Like it's her body; she can
Mhm.
do whatever she wants, and she can say it or not. But yeah, so I guess my response is kind of twofold. Like I understand both sides.
I mean, I've always had a really complicated relationship with the way all of the Jenners, not just Kylie, talk about plastic surgery and talk about filler and how particular they are with the language around it. Because,
Mhm.
I mean, it's just they've outright denied having work done, like outright. And it's just
Right.
amazing because it's like you are literally lying. Like you're lying. Like you don't
Yeah.
look, no, like, wrong. Like you did. Like we've seen you. You've grown up on a
Right.
television show watching you. You don't think we know what you look like? Do you think we're dumb? Like, no, we
Yeah.
know. And it
Right.
just doesn't make sense why they would be so like secretive about it. It's so weird. They publicize literally everything else about their life. Their insane
Right.
breakups, cheating, like getting cheated on. Bring us into the delivery room where they're having a baby. Like how much more vulnerable can they get? Like, and they're like, "Oh no, no. No we're not talking about plastic surgery." Why? Like, I don't understand. So, I guess, like, with Kylie,
Mm.
like, specifically, like, obviously she's had filler. It's so obvious. And she only really admits to the, like, lip filler, and then I don't know if she's admitted to having filler in her cheeks, but she definitely has. Like, she's so like, she has made this claim over and
Yeah.
over again that it's just puberty, and I was like, "I don't know about y'all, but puberty did not make me look like that." So, I don't know what kind of hormones you have in there, but I don't have those. I don't think anybody else does. So like I think she's just like weirdly like being like, no, but I did get filler. But that is plastic surgery. Like kind of. Like you're getting a
Mm.
needle in your face, right? Like I mean, I don't know. I've never had
Yeah.
filler, but I would imagine they're like sticking a needle in all of your wherever you
Yeah.
want it. I'm just like, also her face doesn't move. Her face literally doesn't move. You're telling me you don't have plastic in there? Please. Please.
Yeah.
Oh my
Literally.
God. Okay.
Yeah.
First of all, I agree with what you said. I'm 26 and I feel like I'm still waiting for puberty to hit me. You know what I mean? So like I don't know what kind of hormones she's got going on.
Seriously.
I agree with you both. I think that it's like it's your body, you know, you can put it this way. It's your body, you can do what you want with it, right? No, but I feel like the shame
Yes.
isn't necessarily coming from the people in terms of that. Nobody's mad that you got plastic surgery, if you really boil it down. What people are mad about is the transparency aspect. And like you said, Kate, they've got
Yes.
cameras in for everything. Like also, I personally don't care how you achieve the way that you feel beautiful. I really don't care. If
No.
I'm losing sleep over that, I gotta
Literally
reevaluate my
none of
lifestyle.
our business.
Yeah. So
Right.
so be candid about it. And honestly, like let me know. Like I'm curious. Like if you really caught like for me, I look at her and I feel like she's gotten rhinoplasty. I'm always looking at people's noses. That's like the first thing that I know. I don't know why. But that's just what I so happen to look at. And for me, I'm like, well, if then I want a tutorial on your YouTube because I want to know how to contour my nose like that, please. Like if that's really just makeup,
No, yeah.
then release something for me because I like your nose. I'd like that too. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's kind of where I'm at with
Totally.
it. But
No, totally.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
just be transparent at the end. Well, and when you're of their caliber and have so many eyes on you and so many ears, like then I think that you kind of have to be a little bit more transparent about that. And if you're not okay with that, then I don't know. Then deal with the hate when it comes your way for that in particular, I guess.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
I think
Yeah.
it's just people get upset about this. I think a lot of times the Kardashians sell this falsehood of perfection. And it's just like, we all know, you guys, it's not humanly possible for y'all to look one way and then completely look different. And then it's just like, so just be real. Like, people want authenticity. And,
Mhm.
you know, people don't like, a lot of people, they just don't like that. We have to feel like we have to look a certain way and then act like that's how we really look, or you know what I mean? And so I think they're kind of just like trying to still play within that world, and people are like, girl,
Right.
cut it
Yeah.
out.
Yeah,
You had
it's so
rhinoplasty. It's okay.
damaging
Let's just talk
also.
about it.
It's really damaging to young girls all over the place who think that's natural or think that's what they're supposed to look like or think
Exactly.
if they just go to the gym or buy the supplements they're using or buy the makeup they use or watch their makeup tutorial like to boost their career, like if you think about it, it's like really screwed
Yeah.
up. Like you're telling me that's natural, like that makes me think, like
Right.
you said, Hannah, like, okay, drop a tutorial then. How do I do that? And if the tutorials go to your plastic surgeon and get a rhinoplasty, okay, like at
I
least
can
that's
make that
honest
decision.
though.
Yeah. Also
And
think about the
it's
affiliate
exactly.
marketing that comes for the plastic surgeon. Hook your plastic
No,
surgeon up.
seriously. Yeah, hook up your guy who helped you look like that.
Affiliate mark-
Like, and also like I just like you said, like you can do whatever you want with your body. I think that as women, as anyone, like you can do whatever the heck you want with your body. Make it look whatever way. Choose to do whatever you want. That's totally fine and not the issue. Get the rhinoplasty. Get the like thing where they add strings to your
Right.
eyes and they pull it to make it look elongated. Like get that all. It's totally fine. No one's coming at you for that. What we're coming at you for is the fact that you're literally lying about getting it. And then it's making everyone else really insecure. You're like feeding off of everybody else's insecurity and you know you're doing it and you continue to do it. So that is why I think where
Wow.
I have the issue.
Mic drop.
Yeah, mic drop.
I got,
Just
I
like,
literally, this is
I'm
the
right
one thing
there
about the
with you.
Kardashians that like fires me up because I'm like, that's
I
so
love it.
damaging.
Yeah.
Like that's
No,
so
I
screwed
totally
up.
agree.
Yeah. Also, they take cameras, like you said, everywhere. I mean, here's my thing too.
Literally.
We've seen them get their. I'm pretty sure there was an episode of the Kardashians. I remember watching it on my bed in high school, where they were like getting the fat freezed on their
Yes.
tush to remove cellulite or to tighten it
Yes.
up or whatever it does. So
They
if
were
you're gonna
getting-
get a unique
yeah.
procedure like that, how would I not sit here and expect that you're going to do a typical mundane plastic surgery type of procedure? Do you know what I mean? Like that's kind of
Totally.
where I'm at with it too. I'm like, you're getting all of these unique things done that I'm learning about by watching your show. I didn't know that you could do those things. Why would I not think that you're going to
Right.
get one of the most mundane, typical offerings that plastic surgery has? So
So true.
these girls, you know, these girls.
These girly.
These girlies. Well, next I want to get into Hailey Bieber. I want to talk a little bit about this girl. She has obviously we know what's been going on since February. She started kind of kicking up dirt, I think, with Selena again, and I think that their feud kind of has has kicked up since the beginning of the year, and now she's claiming that she's very emotionally fragile. She took to Instagram and she's posted another huge story that you could click through and just a ton of text. One of the quotes that I found that stood out to me was her stating, quote, "But truthfully, since 2023 started, I have had some of the saddest, hardest moments I've ever had in my adult life, and my mind and emotions have been fragile to say the least." How do you guys feel about what Hailey posted? How do you feel about Hailey in general at this point? I feel like she's just dragging and rehashing, and I don't know why. I thought that this was squashed at this point. I mean, I know that she's going to continue to get hateful DMs, but I mean, I feel like it's a reach. Isn't Rhode doing well? Aren't she getting enough publicity with Rhode? Just focus on that. I don't know why we're rehashing at this point. I feel bad that she feels bad. I'm not dismissing that, but girl, like, it's her personality trait at this point. I'm at a loss for words. Somebody take over. I'm done. I don't know who's in. What are your opinions on that?
I mean, like, the Hailey Bieber of it all is just exhausting. Like, I feel like I'm just kind of like, girl, for real? Like, I understand that it's been really tough. Like, getting death threats is not cute. Like, and it's totally not, like, I've never had, that I'm not that level of fame. I don't know if you knew that, and I don't get like death threats in my Instagram direct messages every day, but I could imagine like getting that. She's a human, like, that sucks. And this whole like drama with Selena Gomez has been really rough on her, I'm sure. But girl, you asked for it. Like, you were shading Selena openly on the internet, very openly. You shaded Taylor Swift openly. I mean, not that you did that like in 2023, but that video resurfaced. Like, don't do mean things if you don't want to see the repercussions of that. It's that simple. Like, just don't be a mean person. It's not hard. So I think like I do feel bad a little bit, but I find it a little difficult to like really empathize with her because she's milking this like really out to like, because she's been out of the news cycle for a little while. And I guess this is like she's like really milking at it because Selena is so unbothered and like moved past it. Like, Selena's like filming with Meryl Streep. Like, she's like, bye, don't care. And like, obviously busy, can't text, sorry. So like, I don't know. Kayla, what do you think? Are you tired of this?
I am. I was like, wait, we're about to talk about this today? What does she have to say? What happened?
Seriously?
And I'm like, oh, nothing actually happened. She's just rehashing how much it affected her. And I think that in and of itself, of course, I understand. Like, that was probably a lot. Selena Gomez fans are, I mean, my gosh, they are an army. They are going to war every single day. Okay, like, I get it. But I think when you, from most people's perspective, when we know you kind of started it, it's like, how bad am I going to feel? Like, I don't know. And also you airing it out again on your social media, or you kind of like, I don't want to say you're asking
like
for
randomly
pity or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just, let me not say she's asking for pity. Yeah, randomly. It's just like, why do we have to talk? Like, you can just deal with your feelings about that by yourself. Like, no one else really needed to know that. Like, what's the CTA for this? Like, what is the point of you posting about that? You know what I mean? So it's just like, what am I supposed to do? Like, I don't really know. I'm sorry. Like, so I don't know. I just think like, I wish she kind of would have took it on the chin a little bit. I know that's like it's easier said than done. And obviously like getting death threats, like Kate was saying, is like, that is the worst.
Brutal.
Like, no one should be doing that. That is brutal. Yes. But I just kind of feel like it's just like, Selena posted about it. It's water under the bridge now. It's been a couple weeks. We didn't have to talk about it again. And I think it's clear the only reason why you would be wanting to post about it again is to get the sympathy from it, or kind of still get the attention from it, which I don't think you need. Like, you are Justin Bieber's wife. You are Hailey. You used to be Hailey Baldwin. You have a makeup line. Like, focus on that. Like, let your narrative and your brand be completely different than this. I don't get why she's conjuring it up again. It's really weird to me. I don't get it.
Yeah, it's like she's lowering herself in a way. Also, she got the grand prize. She got Selena Gomez to display pity for her to her 400+ million followers. I don't know what else you want at that point. I mean, really, Selena didn't have to do that. She did not have to, and
No,
she knows that she
seriously.
didn't have to do
No.
that, you know?
No.
And she's got a good, kind heart, and at the end of the day, she chose to take the path less traveled and the higher road, and she did. I mean, I don't know what else she really wants at this point. And you know what? I just thought about this, and let me know your thoughts. How do you think Justin feels about all of this? I've seen a lot of headlines that are just alluding to the fact that he's just kind of done. People are like, Justin will defend such and such, but he won't defend his wife. Like, what do you think that Justin's feeling about all of this right now, and her trying to just stay in the media by rehashing this? Again, launch another product with Rode. That's how you get your name in the headlines. I've heard it
launch
so
a face
bad.
mask, Hailey. Literally launch a face mask, Hailey. Like, stop talking about this. Launch a
Give
new
me a serum.
launch a new skincare.
Give me a new serum.
Give me a
Open
serum.
up a nail line. Get it. Everybody's doing the lip
Anything.
oils. Bring out a lip oil. Do something.
So many other
Somebody.
things you could be doing. Right.
But what do you guys think about Justin and his thoughts about all this?
I don't know if Justin really has the space for it to really think about that in a real way. I feel like it's such a tiny little footnote for him. His mental health and health is like so bad. Like, it's bad. And he has his own stuff to deal with. I mean, like at Coachella this past weekend, he was like falling asleep. Like, there was a lot of stuff going on. There was some really interesting footage that was leaked of him and Hailey's in it, and she looks really concerned. It looks like he's really going through it. I mean, he has a neurological condition on top of it. I think there are some more serious things going on with him that I just think this like petty drama between his wife and his ex-girlfriend is just like the least of his worries. And also, I wonder if Hailey's asked him like not to. Like, I wonder if I feel like, just to play devil's advocate and to like maybe a little bit Hailey sympathize, which is not a very common thing for me. Like, maybe she's like, just don't, like, I'll handle it. I'll deal with it. Like, I feel like he would maybe add more flame to the fire or more fuel to the fire. And I just wonder if she's like, I don't think it'll help. It's either that or she's like begging for him to, do something. And he just is like, no. Like, I can't, I don't have the energy to deal with this.
Yeah. I think that if she did beg him, he probably would have posted something. So I would go with like one of your other theories, which is she probably was like, don't get into this because you have all these other things that you have to worry about and things that you have to work on with yourself and your own mental health and your own well-being. Like this, and I think also, it's if he were to say anything, it's just like you're opening a whole can of worms. You almost can't just post and that's it. It's like you're entering into the fight a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You're asking for all these people to now criticize what you said and how you said it. And you know what I'm saying? Now everyone's going to be further judging Justin. And like we were just saying, like he doesn't really need that right now. So, yeah, I think that it makes sense why he never stepped into it. And I didn't know about the whole thing with Coachella, and that's interesting. I think it makes sense. I'm glad that he didn't because I think it would have just probably made things worse and made it seem like, oh, now he's coming at Selena. It wasn't necessary. You know what I mean? So it would have inflated it further. But yeah, the fact that we're even still talking about it is beyond me. Like, it's just like, why is Hailey posting about this again? But
launch a serum.
Launch
a serum. Give me a collagen enhancer. Oh my goodness.
Please, y'all are
anything.
It's summertime. Give me a tinted moisturizer that I can wear to the beach. Like, come on.
A sunscreen.
Right.
Yeah, a sunscreen.
Anything.
Something else.
All right. Well, I think we all are in mutual agreement with where we stand with Hailey Bieber. Let's go to the last topic that I want to talk about today. This one is funky. I didn't see this coming, and I'm excited to open this can of worms up. So, Khloe Kardashian has met Alexa from Love is Blind, which I never realized how similar these two girls are, and now I see it and I can't unsee it. They're like two peas in a pod. And now she's taken it as far as Khloe wants to go on Love is Blind and maybe even bring a sister, i.e. Kim. And like she's into this idea, and she's into the idea of having like this dating opportunity and experience in the show. I think that it'd be a very unfair advantage if something like that happened. I'm kind of open for the idea of a dating show though with them, but like again, they're so famous. I think that they kind of have I think that's kind of just shot for them. I don't think it'll ever happen. But I love her enthusiasm. What do you guys think about the Khloe and Alexa meeting kind of thing? Or like also what do you think about the idea of her and Kim going on Love is Blind? She seems like she's really into that idea. Let me know your thoughts on that. Whoever wants to start. Kate just sat back.
She sat back. She's like,
she sat back.
I said,
listen, this is just some fun that Chloe's having on social media right now. Like, there's no way Khloe and Kim would ever go on Love is Blind. It would not work, number one.
No.
Because everybody would it wouldn't work. Like, it's not even why we can't even entertain it as an option. But it is interesting that her and Alexa did meet and they're like cool. I don't know how close they are, but it makes sense from watching her season of Love is Blind. Like, they have similar energies and vibes. I think they would actually get along very well. I kind of love that for Alexa, actually. I think that's a really cool
I know.
friendship for her. But yeah, it's interesting though. A dating show with a Kardashian would be like a separate dating show would be fascinating. Like, I know back in the day, shows like Flavor of Love. I know that's what I would used to watch back in the day on like VH1 and all that. It's like there is a famous person and you're in the running to date them. Now, those shows were very like it's a joke. Like, no one's actually gonna be with Flavor Flav. But like, so I don't know. It would be hard though, because it's like you'd only end up being with them just because they're famous, I guess, is kind of the issue. But yeah, it could be fun. Maybe just a spin-off show of the two of them just on a quest to date could be interesting. Like, because, now Courtney is the married one, but yeah, this is an interesting topic. Kate, what do you think as you're not really super into Love is Blind, but I know you know.
No, I know. I hate to disappoint. I don't watch Love is Blind. I've seen clips of it on my TikTok, obviously. I know a lot about the drama that has unfolded. So I feel like I have watched it, but without watching it.
Right.
I actually think that them on Love is Blind might work if they use like a voice augmentation so you can't hear them. Like if they modified their voice. Because what I understand from Love is Blind is that they're like chatting with each other, but there's like a wall in between. You can't see one another and you're just like talking, right? Am I right? Is that what happens?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, good. I want to make sure I'm getting it correct because I am not a Love is Blinder. I don't know I don't know what the fan base is called.
Right.
But I think that like it would actually work and be really interesting to get to know a Kardashian without knowing it's a Kardashian. Like I wonder if that would actually be really successful for them. I don't know. It might be. It might be something interesting. I mean, it's clearly, like you said, Kayla, like it's clearly like a funny, silly thing that Khloe is saying to like get more likes and get people excited and talking. They know how to stir up the media storm. They're like experts at it, one might say. So I feel like she's probably just like poking fun and it's silly. She met Alexa, who's on Love is Blind, and like, wanted to, post something silly and funny that related to the show.
Yeah.
Rather than just like a random like, oh my God, look at this person I met. Like that's weird. You have to like kind of bring in what they're known for, because I imagine not her entire following knows what Love is Blind is. Not everybody watches it, like me. So, I mean, I think it could actually be really interesting to watch them on a show like Love is Blind. I think that might be the only dating show they could ever really be on. But I think they would have to use like a voice augmentation and really be creative about how they're answering their questions.
Yeah, right. What I was going to say is it would be interesting if it was other like celebrities or like talent, not just like regular people.
That would be so cool.
Like the two Kardashians. Because I think my thing is like, so after they leave the pods, Kate, they do meet in real life. So my thing is like, once they meet in real life and they see it's Khloe, right? Yeah. You're like, well, I'm going to stay with Khloe Kardashian, obviously. There is no question I'm going to do whatever it takes to get to the altar.
Yeah.
So I think it would be interesting if it was like maybe other like famous people.
Celebrities.
And so that
would be really cool. I would watch
have you ever had a celebrity like dating show? I think that would be
No.
actually really fun.
Well, probably because they don't
Maybe
need that type of publicity. You know what I mean? Like, it's probably
Very true.
because I feel like a lot of celebrities that are not in reality television already look down on reality TV. There's like a little bit, like, it's like we were talking about earlier with the Timothee Chalamet and the Kylie Jenner. It's a different level of celebrity. They're
Right.
completely different categories. They seldom meet. You know, Kylie, I feel like Kylie and Timothy are like the first ones, I feel like, that are meeting in the middle. I
Yeah.
might be wrong, but that's at least in my recent memory. But it would be really interesting to be like, to watch like Kim Kardashian get to know like Leonardo DiCaprio like that and just like not know it was the other one. Like that would be so interesting.
Mhm.
And like there's like
I'd watch
rules about
that.
things they like can't ask. I would watch that all day, all night.
Right.
Like it, but there has to be like rules about what they can and cannot ask. Like you can't ask about what they do because that will give it away. You know, or like talk about yourselves, what
Totally.
you believe. Like get to know the person, not like what they
Right.
do, which I feel like would be the point, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
We should
I
do
think
it. We
the-
should pitch it.
yeah.
We should produce it. Let's do it.
Yeah. Comment down below, please. Let us know.
Right.
Well,
Let us know.
what I think would be kind of interesting, Kate, is because I thought there's no way on God's green earth that this could be a thing. But then with you saying about the augmentation, that opens my mind up. I'm like, okay, so augment their voices a little bit, right?
Mhm.
And then, although their intonations, the way that they speak are so, you're going to have to augment a couple things. I feel like they have such a unique speaking
Yeah.
pattern with how they pause and their nasality. I studied a lot of voice and speech. I'm sorry. So I think that would be nerded out. I think that would be a tough
Real.
thing. And then the other thing is though, like what I would like to know is obviously yeah, you could say that you're family oriented, duh, you know, okay. But like talk to me from the perspective of like, if I'm the guy on the other side in the pod, like from the perspective of like your businesses, focus on that, the business owner, what got you into being an entrepreneur, Kim, the lawyer, talk about that. Like, talk about all of these things that we don't really get any insight to on their reality TV show. You know, talk about what your morals and values are from like a family standpoint. Like what's a non-negotiable for you? I would like that to actually get to know them beyond just the lip kits, the drama, and the family dynamic like that we see. Oh, the only family dynamic that we see on TV. It just toss the sauce in of the salads and everything.
Shaking
like
the salad. I'd like to get to know them a little bit more than understanding their shaking habits. Like I know what salad they get, I know what makeup they use, I know what their kids' names are, but I want to know what Kim Kardashian thinks about like moral values of like what does she feel about
what
you know
she
like
want in a relationship?
What do you want in your life? What do you want out of a partner? Like for real? Like or how do you feel about I mean they hardly really speak about politics. It would be really interesting to be like how do you feel about X, Y, and Z? Like that would be really interesting to see, you know, where they land. Because that is something you talk about with a potential partner, I would imagine.
Yeah,
even for them.
Definitely. Well, I think that that's a really good idea. I think hopefully something could come about from all of this discussion. Maybe Khloe will kickstart something for the celebs or for her and her sister that, you know, whether it's Love is Blind, whether it's even a spin-off dating show. But I think I really like the idea of seeing celebrities trying to date each other. I think that that's a really good idea. I do like that.
That'd be so cool.
I like that. Ooh, I like it. Who do we call? I love it.
I don't know. Ryan Seacrest?
Right.
Yeah, right?
Somebody.
All right. Well,
what would happen
honestly...
if you just called Taylor up? That's literally us. What would happen if you just called Taylor up? That's literally us about Ryan Seacrest. What would happen if you just called Ryan up?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Well, I think we are at the end of our discussion here. That catches everybody up with what's been going on. There's so much. Thank you, ladies, for sitting and for chatting with me and for unpacking all of these different things that have gone on this week. I think that was I'm exhausted, but in a good way. Like that, we unpacked a lot, you guys.
Yeah,
we did.
Thank you to everybody who tuned in, and thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure that if you guys are new to the channel, that you guys subscribe. We don't want you guys to miss out on any future videos. Make sure that you guys give this video a big thumbs up. Again, I'm Hannah Fletcher, joined by Kayla Thompson and Kate Coffey. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and you guys can follow us on social media. Our handles are right there on the screen if you want to check out what's going on in our personal lives. And we'll see everybody next time, and thank you again. Bye, guys.